Hey guys, and welcome back to the Stanby Face podcast, the show where we talk about all things Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm Aaron, and with me as always is my co-host, Jared Evans. What's going on, man?
Not much. What's up?
Oh, it's been a kind of a hectic week. Still not a whole lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! News going around.
Well, I want to start this off with how dare Konami update their game so much. Master Duel is so crappy right now. I'm laying the sarcasm on pretty thick. I want them to follow the EA method where they give us a new game every year for $60, and it's literally a carbon copy of the previous game, and we get no new updates, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. What is Konami thinking with all these updates? And they even threw in some new cards for us. What the?
So needless to say, Jared's pretty happy with Master Duel.
No, I just don't understand all the hate with Master Duel. So like, Master Duel could be a whole heck of a lot worse. And we just had the update that came in last night. Here we are recording this the day after. Like the cards that they gave us they're still like 6 months behind in Master Duel.
Yeah.
But overall, I think the game's pretty cool. I think it's on the right track. It's free, and they're giving us consistent updates.
Have you had to spend a single dollar on it yet?
No. I have 3 platinum decks right now. 3 decks that have got me into Platinum 1.
There you
go. Dragon Link, Drytron, of course, which is my favorite, and Thunder Dragon. Without spending a dime, and I have 2 other decks that I have just for casual play. So
there you go.
How can you go wrong with that? And I don't grind it at all. Mm-hmm. Like, I just play casually.
I haven't really played in the last several weeks. I was a little busy.
You've been out of town. That's fine.
I've been out of town. I was a little busy, and then Elden Ring came out here recently, so
you can't say that on the Yu-Gi-Oh channel, bro.
I can say whatever I want.
Yeah, no, it's just I've seen like nothing but hate on Master Duel today, and I just don't understand it. Like, a lot of people are asking, what is who is Master Duel for? Is it for the competitive player or is it for the casual player? My personal opinion, as of right now, still barely not even 3 months out into the game, I'm more than happy with what we've got. Mm-hmm. I do think it is more casual leaning at the moment, and it's probably going to work its way into more competitive stuff. Like, we haven't even had official tournaments that they talked about doing early on. You know what I mean? They've had the festivals, but I'm talking about like a YCS tournament on Master Duel, something like that. Something like a regional level to worlds level eventually, stuff like that too, which I think is coming, but it's probably a little ways off from there. Like I said,
it's all in development. The game's only 2 months old.
Yeah,
so we've got time.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand all the hate.
Yeah,
that's come out today.
And as much as we have gotten with it in that short amount of time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we could have had a Fallout 76 scenario where the game is broken.
Which we mentioned last video.
Yeah, or a Battlefield scenario that people are dealing with right now. More people are playing Battlefield 5 on a daily basis than are playing the brand new Battlefield game that just came out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or we could be looking at Gran Turismo, where the game launched really, really good, and then they decided to get scummy and then nerf the amount of, money that you win from the races, so you can't buy cars anymore. You have to spend real money, which is like really expensive too, like $40 in real life dollars to buy a stupid digital car.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they even took away the stuff where you couldn't even sell your cars to make more money. The cars you already had. Like, it's the worst. Like,
and and coming from a game or coming from a company where had almost been, I wouldn't say notorious, but at least did enough to where we were worried they were just going to make it a monetization machine.
Yes.
They've done fairly well.
Yeah.
So far, I'm still impressed with Master Duel. I need to get back on it, but, they've done a good job.
Yeah. So the casual player can come on and play for free and not have to spend a dime. And the competitive player that wants to play all the decks and wants to be Plat 1 the day that it resets every time and, hold Plat 1 forever. Like, yeah, they'll probably spend money, but the casual player's not going to spend any money. If they do, they might spend just for fun, just so they can open some extra packs, but they don't have to do that. Like I said, I've got 5 decks, 3 of which are Platinum 1 quality. So that's again, without spending a dime.
In all honesty, you said you've seen a lot of people ask, like, who's this game for? Is it for casuals? Is it for competitive? I think this is the first first Yu-Gi-Oh video game that Konami has made that's made for everyone and legit for everyone. Like Duel Links.
It's way better than Duel Links.
Way
better than Duel Links.
It's quite a bit different than Duel Links, the way it's played. But
true.
Whether it's Duel Links, Link Evolution, whatever video game they've had in the past, it's mostly been about the anime fans and the casual fans. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could get competitive, but it wasn't a huge competitive market for those games. This one is for everyone. Doesn't matter what you want to play. Obviously, they're not hitting the collector market, but as far as between casual and competitive,
I think the collector would probably be more of a casual player when it comes to Master
Well,
Duel.
I just mean like, because there are people like, with, let's say, our buddy Brad that we've mentioned several times. For a while, he just liked to collect Pokemon cards. He didn't play the game. Yeah. It was just nostalgic for him, so he collected the cards. Exactly. Like, obviously, with game... This is kind of a dumb tangent that I just went on, but...
I was wondering where you were going with that.
I was just trying to fill the space.
But no, I just, I'm somebody who's very, very critical of Konami. Other than Master Duel, I pretty much hate Konami. Like, they suck. But I think whoever is in charge of development at Master Duel is doing everything that I hoped they would. Like I said, the only thing that is a problem is we're still, 6 months behind on getting all the cards or whatever it is up to date. So yeah, that kind of sucks, but I have a feeling that 6 months from now they'll probably be caught up on everything. It's just taking on time. I get it. Development is an investment, and I mean, it is what it is, and we're slowly getting more and more content. It's like every couple of weeks we're at least getting something new added. You know what I mean? Like the new Duel Pass updated, and we get one new background and one new mate. I don't care about the mate at all, but the background is cool.
Who was the new mate?
I don't even remember what it's called, to be honest with you. It looks really dumb.
If you remembered your computer, we could have looked it up.
I haven't been home. It's a little square thing. I forget what it's called. I really do. I'm gonna get trash in the comment now that you asked me that. But the background is Dengirsu.
Okay.
Yeah. So he looks really cool. I'm probably gonna use that background. We're gonna get more gems out of it. So, and the UR tokens, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Put me on the spot, but anyways,
the rarity tokens.
Yes. So, I'm happy with it. It could be 10 times worse than what it is, and being somebody who's big into video games and have been royally pissed off by a lot of big games that should have been way better than they were that weren't. Mm-hmm. Look at CD Projekt Red and the crap fest that they had with Cyberpunk when it came out. It's just now becoming playable. And mm-hmm. What is it, approaching a year later or something like that?
Fingers crossed they don't do this to Witcher 4 now that it's been announced.
Oh, dude, that game's like 4 years away.
I know, but just don't screw it up.
3 years away, something like that. That's a long way off. But yeah, like I said, it could be 10 times worse. Mm-hmm. And I mean, heck, Master Duel saved a lot of content creators out there too, in my opinion. So,
yeah, I see what you mean.
So who does Master Duel work for? Who does Master Duel work for?
Everybody.
So yeah, moving on. We also had the structure deck finally get released to us. Mm-hmm. We had a big news date, and it all happened at once.
Yeah, well, and what's funny is that we recorded our last episode because there was a big lull in the news, so we just kind of ranted for a little bit, and then it was like a day or two later, we get all this news, and we haven't been able to record until today.
So, yeah, the structure deck, I'm actually very surprised that we're getting what we're getting in that.
Yeah.
We're getting everything that the OCG got, except for Ice Dragon's Prison, which is very unusual. Now, somewhere in Konami, I don't know where, if it's, over here in the States or, over there in overseas, wherever their main headquarters are, is somebody had a meeting and they're like, okay, TCG Structure Deck's coming out in a couple weeks. What cards do you want to get in there? It's like, well, they got really pissed off at us on our last Structure Decks because we keep pulling everything out. So let's pull out one card. Let's give them everything else except that one. We can't have it as good as OCGs. We can't do that. No. Pull Ice Dragon's Prison. So that conversation happened. And that's exactly what we got. So I would like to know
I don't know about all that, but I will say they still did a fairly decent job with it compared to previous structure decks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the whole conversation that you're manifesting in your head, but
well, okay. So when the Cyber Strike structure deck came out, a lot of people were pissed because they were saying that they were going to pull Imperm, and they were going to pull. Oh gosh, what was the other one that
it had Lightning Storm, didn't it?
Lightning Storm, yes. And they did. They pulled Lightning Storm from us, but they gave us
Imperm.
Imperm, yeah, instead.
Thank you.
So a lot of people were still pissed at that. Like, they shouldn't have pulled.
It's Lightning Storm. Like, the card is super big over here. Like, do you really think they were going to leave it in a freaking structure deck? Come on. Imperm I can see because it's been out for a minute. Something like a Lightning Storm or a Triple Tactics or a Forbidden Droplets, you're not going to get that in a structure deck.
OCG got it in their structure deck.
We're not the OCG.
Why are they getting better products than us? That's why people are pissed.
Because that's the bigger market.
Maybe it is. Well, I mean, actually, I know it is. You're right. It's the bigger market. But that's still stupid. Like we don't care about TCG as much. Let's pull a Lightning Storm from it. Let's pull Ice Dragon's Prison. We cannot let TCG have as good of a product as the OCG. Let's pull this and give them something crappy. You know what I mean? Like, that conversation is happening behind the scenes. Whenever, OCG is importing the TCG or however they do it, somebody is making that decision.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying that I want to be involved and I want to hear that conversation as to why that's happening. That's all I'm asking. I don't think TCG should be getting different products than the OCG.
Well, we've had that conversation several times on this podcast. So, even last week. So go check out our previous video
that came out today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I'm very grateful that they're giving us what they're giving us with the structure deck.
Mm-hmm. Even though I hate Konami.
Yeah, Ice Dragon's Prison's really not even seeing play at this point, so I don't see why they needed to hold it out. But I mean, Konami got quite a bit of hate for that too, even still, just by pulling Ice Dragon's Prison out of there. So I think it's well deserved. So does that mean that Ice Dragon's Prison is going to be in Ghost from the Past?
Doubtful.
I doubt it too.
Probably Ghost from the Past 3.
Yeah, it'll probably come out in like Brothers of Legend or something. Or maybe the next Maximum Gold, something like that. We'll probably get it again.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like Ice Dragon's Prison, would I like a reprint? Yeah, because I've only got one copy, but like you said, it's not really seeing any play.
Yeah.
But one change of the ban list could change the format entirely to where that's the main trap that we see. Like, the game's always changing, so you never know.
I think what would help people, or what would help Konami out with Master Duel, at least, now that you say that, you reminded me with the ban list, one thing that I would change with Master Duel is I wish they would communicate with us better. So they keep surprising us with stuff, which is fine, I guess. But if they were to communicate and say, like, hey, the ban list is coming on this day for Master Duel,
people would probably better spend their money and their crafting material, or maybe hold off because certain cards are coming out or whatever. Like,
yes, but I think it would help. I think it would help people online. Like, they wouldn't be saying what they're saying now if we knew a date of a ban list. And if the ban list is scheduled to come out on this day and it's not going to happen, they need to reschedule or whatever, that's fine. Just let us know. Say, hey, we're pushing it back a week. It's supposed to be this Monday. Now it's going to be next Monday. Fine. Nobody's going to care. But when you say it's going to be Monday, that Monday comes around and you don't give it to us, and then you wait a month later before you finally give it to us with no communication, that's when people get pissed.
Yeah.
So if Konami would release like a roadmap for Master Duel and a better one for TCG2, I think a lot of people would be happy with that.
Such a thing does not exist.
A lot of games do that. Hang on. At least in the video game world, they do that.
But
You know,
I'm still in the camp that you can't treat Master Duel as just another video game because it's built for a certain purpose, and you can't compare it to the issues that other video games have.
we're going to disagree on that.
Yeah, we'll just agree to disagree.
I see what you're saying, except for like the amount of development that Master Duel required versus something like, say, a Witcher game or Grand Theft Auto 6,
or whatever. Yeah,
Destiny. Like those are. I mean, I don't know what they invested. They probably invested, a few $1 million into Master Duel, while Destiny's investing $100 million in their expansions. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously, I'm just spitballing numbers, but I'm willing to bet that like Master Duel was a whole heck of a lot cheaper to make than basically any other game.
Absolutely.
So I still think, like, as compared to those bigger games that have massive problems on release, we're in pretty good shape.
Yeah. That's just another reason why I don't think you can compare Master Duel to other video games because of how it was made, what it was made for. And we're just going to disagree, but...
Well, and if you think about it, like, Master Duel does not have a lot of content. It's just,
it's the same
single
thing.
Matches over and over and over and over again. So, I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. You can't really compare the two. There's apples versus oranges or whatever, but I still think that they're on the right track. If they just communicate with us, everybody would be happy.
Yeah, no, I'll agree to that.
Yeah. So, everyone, let us know what you think. And are we way off here? Like, comment, subscribe.
Are we ending it now?
I think so.
It's a very short podcast today.
Yeah. Unless you have anything else you want to add, Mr. Aaron?
No, not really. I guess we were just kind of improvising here today.
Yeah, this was kind of I figured we needed to talk about that because, like I said, I've seen nothing but hate, except for one person in particular. I've seen nothing but hate on Master Duel today. So, and I mean, how dare they? I think Konami should be charging us $60 every year.
King of sarcasm, Jared Evans.
Yeah.
No, we're hopefully here on the channel we're going to start having some more content come up, a little bit different than what we've got. I know we mentioned a tournament a few episodes back. That's still in the works. I've just been kind of lazy in my preparations for it. Not lazy, I've been busy, but we'll
have
get
regionals
there.
coming up this Saturday.
We do have regionals.
Yeah.
Yes, I did want to mention that. I forgot about that. So Saturday, April 9th, here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, we have our first regionals back, and this will be our first regionals in general. Looking forward to it. A little nervous. What are you taking? Drytron. I will be taking Earth Machine.
Yeah, I was thinking either Drytron or DDD, but I don't know DDD as well. Like Drytron, I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's regionals, you want to go balls to the wall with it. So you need to take your strongest deck.
Well, it's not even that Drytron is necessarily the strongest deck. It's just I know
you're a better pilot with Drytron than you are DDD.
Yeah, I don't have to think about my combos. Whenever I get caught in a situation, I already know what the best course of action would be to do. And DDD is, I mean, it's arguably a more explosive board, but in my opinion, doesn't play through negation as well as Drytron does. So I think I've mastered the deck of Drytron, so
yeah,
I can still Scythe lock people and add, Lancea to hand. So I'm gonna roll with that.
I'm gonna sneak into your deck box and pull that Scythe out and hide it somewhere. That way you don't use it.
Are you afraid that you and I are gonna get paired against each other or something?
Yes.
Because I kind of doubt it. I think there's gonna be like 200 or more people there.
You keep that Scythe away.
So that's my plan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take Earth Machine. I'm just going to keep studying this week, and hopefully I'm decent enough with it by the time it comes around. My phone's going off. I hope it didn't just end the video. Hold on. Let me double check. All right, we're still rolling. We're good. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep studying this week. Hopefully, I'm decent enough with it by the time regionals rolls around. I haven't played with it much, but I just gonna go for it.
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah. But if you guys have any tips on first time regionals, things we need to keep in mind, let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Tip number 1, always block the Halka 5 racks. And or Oridon, one of the two. Stop one of those two.
Tip number 1 is deodorant. And everyone needs to be living by that rule.
I mean, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, we don't, but we have to worry about smelling everyone else. If you're watching this and you're in the Tulsa area, wear deodorant.
You know, there's a few of them that do, I think.
I know. I know the few that do watch, we're not worried about them, but
Okay.
There's a few out there that...
So...
Now we just insulted the audience. We should probably wrap it up.
You insulted the audience, not me.
I apologize. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We are at standby_phase on Twitter and just standby phase on Facebook.
The Standby Phase on Facebook.
Are we the standby phase on? I thought it was just standby phase.
No. There's the...
Either way, you know the logo. You can find it.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace out.
Peace out.